Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on the channel, and today is another installment in the analysis series, which is a series of videos in which I analyse my own gameplay, which either showcases a particular style or a particular strategy. Today's is one that I have wanted to do for quite some time, and it is my parts or loadout. Now you might be thinking, what kind of name is that? But trust me, you'll see why. So it contains Executioner 3, Collector 2, Lone Wolf 2, Fortitude 1, and you've been seeing it on the screen since the start of the video. And the sole objective of the loadout is to get as many parts as possible. And in today's match commentary, I will be narrating my own thought process behind trying to get as many parts as possible and getting a little comeback as well. Alright, let's jump into it. Alright, so although you couldn't see my class selection, I did decide to go with a increased parts earning booster, which increases the amount of parts that I earn by 25%. So on top of Collector 2, Executioner 3, Lone Wolf 2 as well, I've also got a parts bonus, and we'll see it be put to good use here.
Sweep the area for hunters, but be careful. Move out.
Got it.
Alright, so my strategy out the spawn basically is to get the first box and then get the second box.
Hold up.
Usually when I run this loadout, I go down to the river because I find less players go down there, and it's just good for getting a flank basically. Alright, so I picked up my second box, and I craft my shiv and my smoke to go together. Now at this point I have two options. I could either proceed up this hill and go right, or go left. I think a guy planted a bomb earlier on that right hand side, which is why I decided to go this way. Alright, so I'm taking a risk here, but sometimes you have to risk it for the biscuit. And that was a nice little shiv as well. Alright, so we know there's a guy over there with that Zarlin guy. So I know I'm safe here for a minute. But there are two guys. So I throw the smoke to assist the teammate, and he manages to get that. And then I'll get a special execution, of course, for additional parts. So you see there I've got 75 at 125, and then extra parts of the execution as well. And the down also gave me extra parts on top of the 100, so yeah, very good all round. And also I've got a full upgrade with the revolver 2 minutes into the game, less than that, and I can buy extra ammo as well, so pretty good. Alright, so unfortunately they all spawned behind me there, and I probably would have died in that situation regardless, so that's okay. We just wait to respawn here. Alright, so at this point I'm kind of assessing what I'm going to be doing depending on where I spawn, and given that I've spawned over here, I've got a few different options. So as I say, I can push back into the centre again, or I can go down to the river. Now I tend to craft a lot of smokes with this loadout, given that I'm trying to go for shivs as frequently as possible, and it is my favourite loadout in that it combines a multitude of skills, so shiving and gunplay as well. I did try to finish that guy there because he was going to get rezzed, but unfortunately I couldn't.
One less hunter to worry about.
But he does bleed out anyway. Alright, so one thing I'm thinking here is that the guy that crawled and just died, could there be a guy waiting behind that box? That's what I'm sort of wondering. So I was ready in case he popped up, but thankfully that wasn't the case. Alright, so there's a guy on the catwalk. I'm also wary of where the other guy has spawned. Right, so again here, patience pays off. And I get a nice little stare shiv. We do like those animations.
Finish. Move out.
Alright, so I've just bought armour at this point because although we're technically behind, I know that I can snowball and save enough parts for more armour should the need arise, and also buying armour is a massive advantage, so I decided that in order to bolster my offensive it would be a good idea. Alright, so what I'm doing here is basically circling up and down, but I also know that there's been a guy on the flank with a silence burst for ages, and he's going to appear in just a moment. Here he is. Now I wait till he hits the box because he's stuck in the animation, and that gives me a nice, easy down. And execution. Okay, so going down here, my plan is to anticipate the two guys that are waiting to respawn. Now, I know the spawns pretty well on this map, and I know that if I wait just by this tree, I should be able to... Yep, there they are. Okay, so I'm just going to wait here, see what they do. This guy hopefully doesn't turn around, and I'm just going to let you watch this bit because it is hilarious. You have to have patience in this game. Alright, so I didn't detonate that bomb because I'm obviously behind them, and I don't want to advertise the fact that I'm behind them by detonating that bomb. So I'm happy to leave that. Alright, so I've just been marked by a guy behind me, so I get really lucky here, and this guy does not turn around. That was pure luck. There was no other way to describe it. But I am looking for the guy on the flank. And here he comes. Right on cue. Again, you wait for them to be in a position where you know that they can't dash out the way. Again, looking to lay down fire here. This guy's blocking me in, so I have no choice but to run up the stairs. And get smoked as well. Right, so I managed to down that guy, but unfortunately the guy with the tactical is on top of me there.
Finished. Move out.
So at this point, looking at the number of spawns, I go into combat preparation mode, which is I'm playing a little less aggressive, and I'm also saving my parts until I have radar. So unless I absolutely need to spend them, I'll tend to save them. I also tend to avoid conflict as well, knowing that we've only got one spawn, and it gives me a chance to hit a couple of boxes also. The fact that they've only got 3 players as well does aid that situation quite nicely. Alright, so I noticed those two have spawned in, and it would be worth seeing if I could get a shot, but unfortunately I can't. Go on the catwalk, that's fine, no issue. Gotta love white plug, eh? Right, so again, I'm just waiting in a position here where I can see both angles simultaneously. There's 2 guys there. I didn't realise this, but the teammate actually managed to down both of them. So I'm now covering the approach of the 3rd guy, who should appear just up that hill. There he is. But he chooses not to push, so that's fine. Alright, so nothing really happens for a while now. It's kind of just a bit of a standoff. and a bit of a stalemate. So I'm going to go ahead here and slightly fast forward the video. Alright, so we pick up the action here as last man standing. It's a 1v7, and I'm pretty confident in my abilities here. So this guy's going to be an easy target, although he does take off my arm with the initial shot, but that's okay. I know I've got plenty of time to execute as well, although they are converging on both sides now, so I need to move quickly. Fire a little bit of a warning shot there. Alright, so again, it's about playing angles. That guy keeps running away, that Mr. Zaytin guy, and I know exactly how he plays. So again, they've regrouped, but I'm waiting in a position where I can surprise them as well, because I don't think a lot of people expect you to be this far forward when you're last man standing. A lot of people in last man standing wait for the enemy to come to them by pressing themselves into the back corner. So I let that guy walk past. I'm still not moving really, just waiting, and once again he puts himself in a position where I can easily take him out. And I'll take that guy out as well. The guy with the crossbow gets a shot on me though, and he actually pushes quite significantly in. My molly missed as well, and I'll throw a smoke to just give me a bit of cover there, although I don't think I really needed to do that. Alright, so that's slightly problematic because he's spawned there. So I've actually doubled back, and I do sometimes do that to try and confuse the enemy. So again, I'm just waiting in a safe position. One guy's being really aggressive, the other guy's being passive aggressive, and the other guy's being really passive. So it's kind of like one of each type of player, which is actually really helpful to me in this particular situation that you're about to see now. I'm just going to let this bit play, and then I'll run the commentary after the fact. So just watch and see what happens. Alright, so I managed to make it out of there, as you saw, and these guys, they made two fundamental mistakes there, and I'll go into those in just a second. Just going to let this bit play. So again, take the guy out, he's just pushing, no fear. So they made two fundamental mistakes in that situation. The first one was that they didn't push one from each side, so they both pushed from the same side, obviously not including the guy that was already down. And the second thing they made a mistake on is not all pushing me at the same time, because I think they overestimated the amount of ammo that I had there, and also the fact I had to reload. So I got put in a very fortunate position there, and once again took that guy out. He's just rushing in mindlessly now, no real strategy. Now again, they make a mistake here. This guy with the crossbow, he puts himself right out in the open, and once I've hit that first shot, I can hit all the other shots as well.
Hunter, look alive.
Alright, so just get a couple of mark here. Alright, so I want them to push me now, because there's only 2 minutes left, and there's still two of them. So I'm kind of running a bit of a sort of one-on-two engagement here, just trying to get them to waste some ammo. But obviously they do get some shots on me there, so I've got to be careful. Alright, again, so they make a mistake here again, and you'll see what I capitalise on in a minute. They think they've got me pushed down here, but this guy makes a mistake. You see, he puts himself right in the open, and that's easy pickings for me. Alright, so the last guy, I get one shot on him, but I've only got 2 bullets, so having to be careful. But a smoke over the embankment
Good job.
will
Area's
do the
clear.
trick,
All
and
right,
a nice
pick up. We're
shiv
going home.
to end it. And that guy was not happy. He was calling me a sweat, and yeah, all the other stuff. Alright, hope you enjoyed.